Hey, I'm Dan Perez, martial arts tricking instructor, and if you're not super familiar with tricking, in this video I'd like to cover some popular skills and combos, and at the end I'll share a few ideas of how to make them stand out a bit. Everyone's favorite flip, the back flip, comes with a popular variation called X-out, which is like a side split with the arms out to the sides. Then there's the aerial cartwheel, which comes in different forms, including this side aerial, separate from the gymnastic version, sort of a ubiquitous move in any acrobatic martial arts practice. Gain or flash can be kind of a blend of the two, sort of like a one-leg backflip that can rotate at an angle and step out like an aerial. The axe Webster is the forward equivalent, a one-leg takeoff into a front flip. There's also a regular version of the Webster which shares the same takeoff as the aerial. Then there's tricking's most popular vert kick, the 540 kick, which is a tornado landing on the kicking leg. Similar, and very popular in Taekwondo in particular, is the cheat 720, kind of like a tornado which has been upgraded by half a spin to land with a hook instead of a round. There's also the cheat 900, a second upgrade in spin to switch back to that round landing, and worth noting is the fact that none of these kicks have the actual rotation in their names because they are just nicknames. The sideswipe is like a horizontal 540 kick, sort of a blend between kick and flip, and very popular in tricking. Then there's the butterfly twist, kind of the original popular twist move in tricking, originates in traditional Chinese martial arts kung fu and wushu. A step up from there is the corkscrew, which is probably the most popular twist move nowadays if we're talking single twists. Which of course means there's a double twisting everything, such as the cart double full, just one example of how things ramp up higher and higher in tricking. So now let's shed some light on which popular tricks are appropriate for athletes of various experience or ability levels. For beginners, the butterfly without the twist is a good skill to work on, and though butterfly twist isn't an altogether difficult move, I would not recommend it for beginners. Tornado and tsunami kicks are both 180 in-air spins, so definitely appropriate for newbies, while the 540 kick and cheat 720 are double that spin, so they go way more on the work up to over time list. Tricks like double leg and raiz aren't necessarily for brand new trickers, but they can be learned early on, while an essential like touchdown raiz swing through gainer really deserves a lot more credit for how difficult that is to learn, so it should be a down the road goal. Back rotations are pretty dependent upon the individual and previous experience. Not everybody gets these up front, and that's okay. Which brings me to tricking staples like cart full and scoot cork. Keep in mind that while some athletes consider skills like these to be easy, it's generally only in the context of higher tier tricking like doubles. By that time they are easy, but certainly not for actual beginners. So now that we have a better idea of who should be doing what, we can take a look at some popular setups and connections into tricks. A cartwheel landing on both feet is called a round-off, and it's great for building a standard tumbling pass. The transition used out of a setup like this is called punch, connecting a landing on both feet to a takeoff on both feet. Perfect for backflip variations like flash kick, a straight front kick during the backflip. A simpler tricking setup is the scoot, also for turning forward momentum around into backward rotations. Also works well with flash kick, or gainer tricks, or twists, and can easily be crunched down for working in smaller spaces. A scoot to flash, for example, uses a pop transition, which connects a landing on one foot at a time to a takeoff from both feet. As far as setups and transitions go, these two are good for beginners, but to ramp up the difficulty a bit, you can take a simple setup like cartwheel and use a more difficult transition, swing through. This transition turns that cart full connection we saw into a wrap full, and pulling this off requires a more expert control over balance and momentum. This is the type of connection you'd use to challenge an athlete who has cleared the bar for cart full and wants to move up to doubles. Swing through transition is kind of the ultimate test of control for any setup, and it's what's commonly used to connect touchdown raiz to gainer tricks like corkscrew. Even though a connection like this is considered standard in tricking, in my opinion, the challenge of correctly building momentum from a touchdown raiz and passing it into a second trick via swing-through transition should be reserved for experienced athletes. The spin hook, by contrast, is a very popular setup that's great for beginners to work with, and it's used to connect into pretty much everything in tricking. It's also not a bad idea to keep things on the vertical axis to become familiar with the swing-through transition, using a setup like tornado kick, for example. Here you're looking at what's commonly called tornado swing through 720. As a general rule, kick tricks are safer to work with when testing out new skills or connections. This is the punch transition borrowed from the round-off used on the end of a pop 360 kick to go into the pop equivalent of a tornado. This type of connection was really popular in what might be considered prehistoric tricking the late 80s and 90s. Nowadays there are much cooler transitions for capable athletes, like this B-twist vanish into cheat 9, technically wrap 9 because it's missing 180 degrees. Finally, let's take a look at popular whole tricking passes and think about some ways to improve them or deviate from the norm. In this combo, I replaced a spin hook with a vanish into cheat 720, the result of which is a pass that still uses popular skills but looks a bit fancier. The overall structure of the combo remains unchanged. Next, I take a 540 kick connecting through to a cart full and spice it up by including a couple of new transitions, including a simple jump 180 round, making things much more technical and interesting. Again, the major pairings of setup and trick get to stay, while a generic pass has been made more dynamic. If I swap those openers, this time connecting the 540 to the touchdown raiz cork, I can pull in that pop 360 kick with a banished transition into the beginning of the combo in order to transform a bland pass into something more unique. Or how about a very mainstream combo, cheap 9, hook, cart full. In order to enhance it in one simple step, I can swap the connection between the spin hook and cartwheel to become swing through master swipe. Similar aesthetic with plus a minimum of 5 cool points. Popular skills are a gateway to understanding and learning martial arts tricking, but there is much more out there. If you know where to look and what to change, the way forward becomes clear. Thanks for watching. For more tips on how to learn or teach tricking, or learn directly from me, you can go to teachmetricking.com. If you want to teach my skills and concepts at your facility, you can pick up my program at cinematicmartialarts.com.